The fuck?
What on earth? What just happened?
Hold on. I don't even know. Should we just keep going? Let's just keep going.
Wait.
Nope. We didn't share sound.
And now, at a combined weight,
Absolutely not.
the Face Feet Heels High Podcast.
Hey, you're listening to a wrestling podcast made by women.
If you don't like women or wrestling, you should probably tap out now.
The views expressed on this podcast are mostly based on personal opinion, and any toxicity brought to the attention of the host will be openly mocked. Mocked via public forum. Seriously though, we will make fun of you. We like to drink, laugh, and talk wrestling. So again, if you don't like to drink, laugh, or talk wrestling, you probably don't want to be listening to this podcast.
I applaud.
Yay! Hello. Welcome back for me.
Yeah.
But also for all three of us, since, life happens. Welcome back to another episode of the Face Beat Heels High podcast. Today is Tuesday. It is our regular recording day at almost our regular recording time. It is a new episode of the Face Beat Heels High podcast. We are so excited that you are here with us and that we, all three, are here with you.
Yay.
Yay! I am one of your hosts, fresh returned from the West Coast, PJ.
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
Huzzah! Huzzah! The trip was great. We saw so many things. We stayed in a haunted hotel. We bought rocks. There's a lot of rocks out there. Lots of different kinds of rocks.
Oh my
You want
God.
the rocks?
Colored
You want the rocks?
rocks.
Did you ever see the movie The Long, Long Trailer? It's
Wow.
a Lucy and Desi movie. And they basically buy a trailer as their home so that they can travel. And she starts collecting big ass rocks, starts weighing down.
Me.
It starts weighing down the trailer, and they're like,
Because you are Lucille Ball.
basically.
Yeah.
And they have to go up this mountain to get to wherever they're supposed to go. And he's like, you got to get rid of the rocks because it's weighing down the trailer. So she lies to him and just redistributes the weight. But almost
That was
kills
basically me figuring out my suitcase to come back since we didn't check bags. So I was like, where can I put all these rocks?
them.
No, but I will 10 out of 10 recommend, because I didn't want to have my face in my phone the entire time. I actually did all of my photo taking on disposable cameras. So I sent them away, and it's going to take 3 weeks to get them back. But then it also makes it so that you only have a certain amount of pictures. So you have to make the ones that you take count.
Mhm.
Nick did not do that. He probably has
No,
thousands
I saw him posting.
from this trip. However, we'll be able to get back the photos. And I also wrote a note to this ghost, and I said, you can show up in my pictures in my disposable camera if you want to. Please don't bother me. I brought you chocolates from New York City. So, and that was
Oh my
the Mitzvah Hotel. The Mitzvah Hotel, which was beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah. So if anyone is doing a road trip out west from Colorado to the coast of Oregon, dipping into Nevada, dipping into doing Area 51, doing Redwoods, doing all of that, let me know. I will send you my itinerary. It was amazing. And
Can you send me your
that's
itinerary, please?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I would
Thank
be
you.
happy to. And we stayed in Beaver. There's a town called
Ooh.
Beaver.
Like
I got a
Justin?
mug
That's
that
Beaver.
says I heart Beaver.
Did you know that there's a town, a teeny tiny under 500 people town in Nebraska called Panama?
That's hilarious.
You're obsessed with Panama.
It's
that where
my
Adam Cole
country.
is from? Maybe that's where Adam Cole is from, and that's why he can do the Panama Sunrise. Anyways, we can get into talking about wrestling. We want to keep it short and sweet today. So, yes, I am also joined today by my two Twitch queens. Because I watched episode. Our number one Twitch queen is and will always be Queen Wild Spice.
Hello.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Hello.
But our Twitch princess.
We bow down. I will call myself for now a countess because quite frankly, I have not gone back. And the only reason is because I am recording an audiobook and I have been swamped.
I was about to say, because I checked your channel and I was like, oh, she didn't stream while I was
Oh, she did it. I was like, no, Jarie's going to have so many questions and she's going to be so mad at me. And the anxiety started creeping in. But I was like, but the money that I'm making.
Yeah, right.
But the money.
But the money.
If you have never joined us before for some reason, probably not. But if it is your first time listening or watching the Facebook Hillside podcast, bienvenidos. Welcome to our podcast. We like to drink and talk wrestling, so let's do that.
Yeah.
Unless you guys have more to say. I know you went to Nashville. I know that there was.
Nah, it was fine. I'll talk about it on my Twitch.
Okay, good. And
I'll hang out tomorrow.
Mom's good?
Mom's good. We'll see. We'll find out, I guess, later today. But yeah.
Yes. And hence the reason for keeping it short and sweet today. We all have things to do and places to be, and we're sure so do you. So you want to listen to us, be funny and witty and fun about wrestling. Go leave us a review on Apple Podcasts because we need some new ones. 2021 is a new year, y'all. New year, same us. So let's do it. Let's get into it.
Well, what are we drinking today? I'm just drinking coffee, but I really want to show off this mug that Dax got me from LA.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
It says Viva la Mujer. And it's Selena's on both sides.
Oh my God, yes.
She got it for me. And I'm more showcasing what am I drinking out of than what I'm drinking.
Me too, actually.
Yeah.
Me too.
But I have the iHeart Beaver mug. For those of you who aren't watching on YouTube, go to our YouTube page. We post our unedited episodes there. iHeart Beaver.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking from this long ass mug, but it's a tea mug with an infuser. So I'm drinking some loose leaf tea that I am very proud of. So,
seriously? I'm the only one having a beverage? Okay, fine.
It is what it is.
Do you want me to go get a beer? It's earlier than usual.
No, we don't have time, Christina.
Don't have time. We gotta go.
No,
We gotta go.
This is our shot game. When you hear this shot sound, this is our shot game. When you hear this sound, take a shot. Take a shot. Take a shot.
There you go.
That's the Undertaker's bell. When you hear that sound, take a drink of the beverage that is nearest to you. Hopefully, it is yours.
That is not usually my case. But anyways. All right.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it. We're going to keep it short and sweet and simple, and we're going to do it in chronological order. So NXT, SmackDown, Raw. Let's get this party started.
Yes.
Ladia.
That's me. NXT. Let's talk about it. There is only one thing I need to say.
I know.
We know.
We've been waiting.
For weeks.
Weeks. I've been,
My king has returned. Jesus has risen. Bobby Fish is back in the building.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God, yes.
Had to be that.
Bobby Fish is back, y'all. I don't care about anything else that happened.
That reaction when he came back, I mean, we're not talking 2 weeks ago, but
yeah, no,
reaction,
but it's important.
That reaction when he came back, like me and Taylor, like you don't even understand, like the pop that happened in our house, like the pop was crazy.
Like I was
Bobby
twitching.
Fish. We were
no one can convince me that he does not listen to the Facebook podcast. No one can convince me because I have been saying hashtag where's Bobby Fish for the last like 3 months.
Somebody listened and somebody made it happen. I was in the middle of my one and only Twitch up until today.
Yeah.
And I was just minding my own business, talking to the one person, Ty, shout out to you, the best. And we were having the best conversation. And all of a sudden, Greg from like Beyond, he's like, oh, look, Bobby Fish. And I was like, Bobby Fish! Like I just lost my shit. I just went back.
Where were you when Bobby Fish returned to NXT?
I was on the internet, and the internet saw.
Anyways, Bobby Fish is back, my king. Getting
And
the Pete done out of the gate. So we'll see how that goes.
Gate.
Anyways, let's go back to the beginning. Zoe Stark versus Toni Storm. The only thing I have to say about this is Toni Storm is like too expressive. She's like a theater actor on film, you know?
Yeah.
It's too much happening. Also, Zoe Stark is just like winning my heart over and over again. The way
She's
that
so
like
good.
2 weeks
She
ago
really
when
is.
she like came to Saraya, not Saraya. Yeah. When she like came backstage, when she came to her aid, and then she was like shaking hands and like helping the new
Mhm.
girl, I was like,
Yep.
Face B Hills High podcast has got it going on because
Yeah.
we know. Because
Yeah.
we
We know.
We know.
Thatcher and Ciampa, I just want to say that they give me something really beautiful. They give me something that I, Princess Jellybean, would like to coin as no bullshit wrestling.
Yeah.
Because
Thank
they
you.
are
Yes.
so good, so talented, but also have this like twinge of comedy, which I really like appreciate.
Yeah.
Yes.
When Timothy Thatcher is just like also in my roster of my favorite wrestlers right now. But when he spoke in Spanish about
Mhm.
the zapatos, I was like, I feel you, bro. I feel you. I know what that
El
feels like.
gato, what did he say? The cat has shoes on or something.
I was just so proud. I was like, whatever you say, Papito,
Ciampa
I
was-
will allow it.
Ciampa was like, what do you mean? That makes perfect sense. Anyways, coined by PJB, no bullshit wrestling.
Such
It
a
has
good match
a
too.
little bit of unnecessarities, however, just such
No,
a good match.
it was
Such a
solid.
good match. Our tag team champions take a little bit of time off, a little bit of self-care.
I would like to
Nice.
talk about this.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
I was holding for you. to-
I would like to talk about this.
We hold
I
two
was
keys for you. Go on.
finally on your fucking side, bitch. I was like, Team Index, as long as my boo-boo is happy, then I'm happy.
Index?
Well, you know what you pulled? Yes. Index.
Indy Dexter.
Indy fucking Hartwell. You know what you fucking pulled, Indy Hartwell? You know what you fucking did to me? You
My
fucking
heartstrings.
she pulled a fucking Christine Daae talking shit about the Phantom on the roof when she was like, so distorted if it was hardly a face in the darkness. You basically called him a freak and a loser, and you broke my man's heart.
He was giving you
Basically,
he was giving you head rubs. He was giving you head rubs.
giving you head rubs.
What I would do for Dexter Loomis to touch me that way.
He was giving you head rubs and you hurt him. And I had to witness my boy's heart be broken and his feelings get hurt. And I don't even know if he knows how to deal with feelings. And so he had to walk away from you. And I don't care that later on you were like, oh, he okay. Well, first of all, why aren't you giving Candace more shit for being this diabolical in the fucking first place? And second, what makes you think that Dexter's just gonna accept you with open arms? You best fucking work for his love because you don't deserve it. That's where I'm at. We're fighting. It's on
You
site.
feel good about that?
You good?
Can we move on? I just want to keep it short and sweet, you know?
Okay.
But I literally, in my notes, I said, insert Wild Spice here. I was like, I don't even need to cover that.
Yeah.
Insert Wild Spice here.
I'm mad about it. Also,
Also,
Dexter Lumis, my best friend. We love each other. That's all.
we love Dexter Loomis. We
Yes.
love him. Also, I noticed that there was a lot of, like, for the main event, which obviously we'll get into, but bottom right-hand corner, there was Dexty art of the two of them. Like, I think he's doing, because he's not, like, maybe doing as much as he usually does, he's, like, doing art that they're inputting. So, like,
Yeah.
kudos to you,
I love that.
WWE, for inputting an artist's art, because we love art.
Triple H.
We love art.
Why is Pat McAfee here?
When I saw
And
his-
why is he so airbrushed? He is so airbrushed.
I hate him.
That is
Isn't 1 week enough? Like 1 day a week enough?
no.
Why did they do that? I mean,
Go back to SmackDown so Baker has to deal with you and not me.
No. I will
Why
complain.
here? Putting Pat McAfee with the likes of Paul Heyman in that weird, like,
Yeah.
it's just
It's
that's
disrespectful.
unacceptable. The disrespect you put on Paul Heyman's name by doing that is just unacceptable.
That aside, though, that shit got me so hyped for tonight. I'm very excited.
Yes.
I don't know.
Here's
I am
the
too.
one.
Yeah.
Here's my one feedback about this episode of NXT. It's like that episode of The Office where it's the disposition. So it's like one of the best fucking episodes in The Office. It's when Jana's trying to sue Dunder Mifflin. Michael Scott is there. There's that storyline. And then there's ping pong. There are storylines I really care about and love and want to see and would die for. And then there's shit that I don't care about at all. Like the Jake Atlas match.
Yeah.
Really want Jake Atlas to work out. Also, are you pushing him because we're getting closer to Pride? I see you, WWE.
Right.
I see you. Anyways, I really want him to work out. They don't quite know what they're doing with him yet, probably because they're not letting him live his truth. Anyways, there were things I really cared about and really loved. And then there was a lot of like interviews. There was a lot of like talking, a lot of moments. And, you know, it's wrestling soup for me. I need a little bit of everything. So,
right. Agreed.
But yes, but the promo was successful in getting me fired up for this evening.
And good for you, Carrie Ann. He's getting better. I feel like with the mic stuff, and makes me almost forgive that horrific vest you wore last week.
Okay, so in my notes, because I watched that one back too, they had all 4 different kinds of high schoolers. Carrie was like
the theater kid.
The theater kid. Pete Dunne was like the skater stoner.
Kyle's the jock.
Kyle O'Reilly was like the jock slash like
popular
like
guy.
Little bit like sprinkled with redneck, but the fedora didn't work. The fedora made me think it was Ryan from High School Musical. The fedora, you can leave it, baby. You can leave it, baby boy.
You don't need it. You don't need it.
Yeah, so I was like, oh my God, they have all types of high school personalities here right now. That's hilarious.
He was like, and for my next act, I will make the stage disappear. I was like, I can't believe Scarlett let you go out like that. I cannot believe.
She put her foot down and he said, you're not the boss of me. And he walked away.
So I think it's I'm going to wrap it up, I promise. But I think that it needs to be said, Pete Dunne, your man bun needs help. Your man bun needs help. Your man bun needs help. That's all I have to say about that. I definitely like another short, sweet. I definitely like Everrise a lot more as faces than heels. They are encroaching on MSK territory. They're like the older version of MSK. However, I kind of like them. Like I think that they are much better as faces than they are as heels.
Agree.
And then all in capital letters, I said, nobody can convince me Bobby Fish does not listen to the Facebook Hillside podcast. We're going to get Bobby Fish as Pete Dunne. Also, hello, Bobby Fish on the microphone. Hello.
Right? I've never seen him before, and I was like,
I haven't seen you in a minute. And that's it. And
no, wait, hold on. Main event, Bronson Reed.
Besides the main event. Yeah. Go ahead.
I love him so much. Did anybody hear the one woman in the freaking audience just losing her shit? That was his wife. Good for you.
Cute.
Is she also Australian?
I'm not sure. And he's from No, he is. Never mind.
No, he's Australian.
No, I think is he Australian?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got 3
you were right.
That was champs right now.
Yep, you're right.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Really try to push that Australian audience.
Yeah.
Look at what we did for you.
But he was so happy. And when he started crying, I was just like, Thick Boy, you deserve this.
I know.
He really did.
And it was not long after they totally 180'd his character that they put the belt on him. So I'll be interested to see where this goes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Who's going to take it?
Right. Exactly. And that's all I have for the N of the X to the T.
N to the X to the T. Okay.
Can we take a break?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you call yourself a music fan? Are you the one making the playlist for all the parties? Then you've got to listen to the Pinch Music Podcast, where we interview musicians, engineers, producers, and music lovers of all types. We even put together playlists for any and all occasions. So if you want to have the Beatles versus Stones debate, pick up some engineering tips, or just discover a new artist, you got to check out the Pinch Music Podcast, all a part of the Paper House Network.
Those of you being soothed by that voice, that is the one and only Nick Angelo of the Pinch Music Podcast, available on Paper House Network. Also, my BB. Also, the reason why I'm a wrestling fan.
Aw, we stand.
Also, super
We love
smart.
Nick.
Yeah. Okay.
Yummy. All right, let's
Smackdown.
do some smacky of the down. It's
Smack
official. Ignore me. It's official. The WWE is no longer staying at the Thunderdome. They're going back out on the road.
Back.
Hooray!
The New York groove. That means they're coming to New York.
Yeah.
That's
At
what
some
that
point,
means.
and I am excited. So I guess that we got plans now.
Yeah.
Put it in the calendar.
Put it in the calendar.
All right. Then there's a parade of champs. Like, the hell was that?
Nobody knows what's happening on the main roster.
It was-
Either of them, SmackDown or Raw. They're just like, what
Goddamn
else can
circus.
we do?
I
Fucking
don't for
circus.
real. For real. It's a freaking circus. I don't freaking get it. Apollo felt all disrespected and he had to make a point. And I was just like, sir, but shut up, but Bianca. And then Bianca was just like, all right, this is my moment. And then she gets interrupted again. And I'm like, what is this disrespect? The show just started. But anyways, we have, what is it? 6 women tag team match. Natty, Mina, Bianca versus Shayna, Nia, and Bailey.
Yes.
But first and foremost,
Yes.
I would like to say, I dedicate my shot
Oh, I knew it. To what?
to the SmackDown Tag Team Champs, or well, the Tag Team Champs, Nia and Tamina, because Tamina deserves it so bad.
She must be protected at all costs.
At all costs. My goodness. She was so beautiful. I know that this is about a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to be short and sweet, but I was just like, I was crying. She was crying. Everybody was crying. She is so beautiful and she deserves this. Oh my God. First time in how long? First time she's a champ in how long? Moving on.
Also, now she has a belt on her and the table still does not want her. So,
no,
why
Yeah.
not?
I'm so annoyed. I love her.
You're so right. It's so annoying. I can't. Roman.
The table still doesn't want her.
I
It's
don't-
like she goes to a different restaurant. I don't give a
Took you out of timeout, like, for what? You constantly fucking disappoint me. I'm so fucking upset. Like,
Although I will say on NXT that little snacky of that Paul Heyman planted of Karrion Kross and Roman
Yeah.
Reigns, I was like, oh, my nipples got hard. I was like,
Yeah, please.
yeah.
Alrighty, but let's move on. So we have the tag team match, right? It's great, whatever. Natty taps out because we expected it. The faces get bumped. All right, it's okay. Alistair, baby, do you need to talk?
Who is your daddy?
Right?
Who's your daddy, Alistair? Who your daddy? Who is this dark father that you speak of?
It feels like very Rasputin to me, and I'm like, you're not Russian.
Feels very Rasputin to me. My thing is, like, people keep thinking it's Undertaker, and I'm like, it can't be. That's too soon. It's way too soon. So who else could it be? Speaking of Undertaker.
I'm still waiting on AJ Styles to have powers. I'm still waiting on it. It's gonna happen. I don't know when or how, but he is, or like AJ Styles, like evil twin to rise from the grave and then be like
Not
Alexa Bliss's brother or something. I don't know.
Please,
man.
no.
I don't know who
Can
it
you
could
imagine
be.
AJ Styles joining that fucking storyline? My goodness, can we not?
I'm
Oh.
a zombie.
I'm a zombie. I can't.
All right. Okay.
Wait, what about the Undertaker?
Oh, I got Undertaker socks in Nashville
Awesome.
and Stone Cold socks.
Awesome.
That's all. That's all.
I mean, that's exciting as it is.
That's literally it.
All right. Corbin versus Shinsuke. I want to say, Shinsuke Nakamura, you are a comedy genius, sir.
Did you think he knows?
No, I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows how funny he is. My goodness, that man, he just made my week through social media because I actually saw him with a goddamn crown. And I was like, Shinsuke, the hell? But anyways, that was great. Who died? Harassment. Oh, I wrote here. Michael Cole really needs to file a complaint with HR about Paul McAfee. I am tired of this bullshit.
Pat
I'm
McAfee.
tired.
Pat McAfee, whatever his name is, I don't give a fuck. It starts with
Who's Paul McAfee?
you know what? Don't matter. Anyways, this poor man is trying to do his job. He's sitting down as people should be when you're when you're doing commentary on this thing. He's trying to keep it professional. And this man just stands up and starts grinding Michael Cole. And Michael Cole's like, leave me alone. stop. And I'm like, why is this happening on my TV?
File a complaint.
How does this man have a freaking job and Billy Kay doesn't? How? Disrespect. But anyway.
Now you know. That right there, that's how you know what a wrestling fan feels like. Congratulations, Jerry, you've made it. Just a long, heavy sigh.
No.
Yep. It's awful.
I never wanted to be here.
All right, Jessica win. It's fine. So this week, we're so excited. So this week we get the Usos versus Street Profits. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna like flatline right there, and I'm just like, I'm not.
It's like,
I'm not
I would
ready.
like to dedicate my shot in advance.
To whatever the outcome might be. I don't care at this point. And Roman, I love you, but let's see. Paul praising your what? Paul praising you. Jay is biting his tongue. And out comes Cesaro and Seth. Every fucking week. I know. I don't have retentive. I can't learn things. But anyways, it's fine. Roman, please, baby, stop it. Mysterious, stop that, please. I'm just done with the Mysterious, baby.
I'm so mad. I'm so
We're
mad
getting
about
closer
that.
and closer to being an NXT podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Closer
Yeah.
and closer.
Yeah,
Just
no,
little baby steps.
I know we didn't really cover it or whatever because we weren't here last week, but we have to talk about whatever the fuck Dolph Ziggler decided to do with that hair, what he's doing to Harriet. I'm about to call child services.
The disrespect.
I don't know
having a
who,
really bad time. Like,
I don't know what the
like,
fuck he's doing to
right.
her, but that was so fucky. I don't even remember what it was. What was it, like 2 fucking like pigtails and a fucking high pony? I don't know what you did.
Oh my God.
But Dolph, if you don't fucking stop.
Sir,
That's literally my
shave your
only
head.
contribution to SmackDown.
Just shave your head, dog.
Dolph, if you don't stop.
Dolph, if you don't stop.
Before I forget, I do want to say congratulations to the Mysterious for being the first tag team champions that are father and son. That is a big deal. Good for you guys. I love Ray. I love Dominic. Go back to NXT. I mean, go to NXT.
But no, I'm mad about that. Sorry. No, I will not say no fucking
Please,
shout out to you. I'm not going to say no fucking yay, you were father and son. It is fucking nepotism. You don't fucking deserve it. It's fucking stupid as fuck. And I get it. Rey Mysterio deserves whatever the fuck he wants. You should give it to him. But sometimes y'all just need to be like, no.
Because they're running out of ideas.
They're running out of ideas and they're like, oh, everybody's like, oh, so happy. It's like, Dominic, no.
He has no business in the main roster.
Why?
It cheapens the belt. It cheapens the belt because you don't deserve it.
Why would you not send Dominic away? Send him away. Send him away to something. To Japan. I don't care what it is. Send him away to the goddamn asylum.
He would have the name follow him wherever he went, regardless. Exactly. So he doesn't need to be at WWE right now. That doesn't have to be his first thing. Like, and you literally put a belt on him. It hasn't even been a year since his debut. Like,
also what it should have been is you send him away. You don't talk about him. The WWE universe forgets about him. We don't even put him anywhere to
not
wrestle.
like it's hard for them to do that.
My storyline for just a moment, please. You send him away. You don't talk about him. Everyone forgets about him. He's not wrestling at AEW. He's not wrestling at Impact. He's not wrestling anywhere. He's training. He's training every day. He's training to be the best that he can be. Then we have Rey Mysterio fighting for the belts with a mysterious tag team partner, or has a tag team partner that gets hurt. We don't know who his tag team partner is going to be. We have Dominic come out. We have a huge pop from the audience. Then they win the belts. Then he actually has the skill to back up what's happening and what needs to happen for the storyline, because that's also it's also a pay-per-view storyline for them to win and to be built up. It doesn't deserve to be just a random Friday night. Yeah. It should be WrestleMania or SummerSlam or something. Like, I can't do it. I can't do it. You can't take those moments and just be like, oh, we'll throw them off on a Friday night.
No.
We'll throw it up on a Friday night.
I agree.
Tired of this nonsense.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you. I just have my emotions.
It's good. You deserved it. You deserve your moment. That was exactly correct.
I've been gone for 2 weeks. I had to yell about something.
It's what should have happened. It's literally so stupid. I was so mad when they won because it's just like, you also not for nothing and not like I like loved Dolph or anything like that, but they didn't really get like any fucking awesome moments as champs either. They were just the champs, and we were basically waiting for the Street Profits. Yeah, we were basically just waiting for the Street Profits to get it back. So Yeah,
real.
it's annoying. It's all annoying. And
Oh, how cool would it be if Dominic went to NXT and joined Legato? Because he's like, fuck Lucha. He's
fuck
like,
Lucha! Ah! Oh my God, stop. Oh,
it's coming to me from another source.
Stop
There
it.
must be like a past wrestler that's
Yeah.
like giving me,
It's a-
because I'm not that smart.
the ghost of fucking, I don't even know who is fucking haunting PJ right now and being like, this is what should have happened.
I'll go with Rocky Johnson because
I hear voices.
I hear voices.
I'm in danger.
I just, I
Oh
can't.
my goodness. I just But thank you for making a point of that because you are absolutely correct. Dominic, baby, go.
And it deserves so much better. That moment deserves so much better.
You know who
I
was
agree.
also a tag team champion?
That man lost his eye.
That kid Nicholas who won the belt with Braun Strowman. He was also a tag team champ.
Yeah.
God damn it. All right. And then we have some drama with Roman because that's a thing. And then a fatal four-way. Kevin Owens, Apollo Crews, Big E, and Sammy. I fell asleep. I didn't write down. What happened?
What happened?
I forgot. I did not write it down.
If you didn't write it down, it doesn't matter.
And we move on. Raw. It
That's
clearly
it?
didn't matter because I don't remember what the outcome was.
And you talk about everything else.
I
So-
talked about everything else. So I am assuming that KO got mad at Sami Zayn at some point. Do you remember what it was? Oh, Alistair came out. Alistair came out with his not eye patch, but still with his fucked up eye. So was it a no contest? Like, did anybody win? Thank you, Gregory, for fixing it for
Thanks,
me.
Greg.
Oh, Big E cut a kick and Apollo won. Right. Okay, right. Okay, so Apollo won. There you go. There you have it. Smackdown.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Okay, we're moving on to Raw. Okay. Okay. So Bobby Lashley with his harem.
What are those?
I don't know.
They are the dancers from Raw Underground.
What is that? What does that mean with the shoes where you're like, what are those?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want this. I don't want
It's I don't know what it is, but once again, Drew, I love you, baby, but take a break. They really don't have anything else. They really,
No, they really
and
don't.
I don't even think it's Drew's fault because I know he's just
No,
doing what he
no.
wants to do, or like what they tell him to do. But creative really has no idea what to do without Drew as champ. They have no idea what to do. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy to me. So we have basically Kofi versus Drew, and then whoever wins that gets to fight Lashley for a
I
title,
don't know.
for the title at Hell in a Cell. And then what happens? Bobby and MVP interrupt, and they get the match gets thrown out. So we don't know, and we're basically
Didn't
gonna
that
get
just happen last week?
yeah,
Mhm.
it happened.
Mhm.
And
So
basically we're getting it again next week.
I
And
didn't watch Raw last week. And I was sitting on the couch watching and I was like, ooh, this is kind of cool, right? And like looked at Nick and Nick was like, this happened last week. And I was like, oh, that brings the cool points from like a 10 to like a 1.
Well,
like, now I don't care at all.
Yeah, I think they fought. Yeah, they had a match, and then Bobby was like calling out people in the locker room, and Kofi came out to challenge Bobby, but then he was like, "Oh, but I never said it was for the title."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
okay.
Kofi had to fight Bobby for no fucking reason, and then Drew came out and defended Kofi. So that's what
Take a
happened.
Go on vacation. Go to an all-inclusive.
They need I don't know. So
like Finn
basically,
Balor did.
So go finish writing your book.
Adam Pearce decides to find his balls and tells Bobby Lashley, like, if you fucking interrupt, then you're going to be suspended for 3 months without pay, which is like so stupid. So whatever. I don't know. I like how like Kofi was like, oh, I'm going to do it. And Drew's like, really? You're okay. You're just going to beat me like this? You're going to talk about me like I'm not even here? Okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, here's what I'm going to do next week. He's like, you do that next week? Oh, you are? I love you. He's so handsome. Also, sidebar, but while I was in Nashville, we were in the hotel and we were getting ready to go out, and all of a sudden, like, Impact Wrestling was on, and it was Drew's best moments in Impact.
Oh.
And so I got to see like an hour of just Drew, and I was like,
But he was so bland back then.
it's true love. It doesn't matter. He's still handsome. Also, those matches were crazy.
Facial hair.
Yes, but those matches were insane. Anyways, back to it. So then we got Rhea versus Nikki in a 2-minute match, time to beat. And
love
Rhea lost.
She has anger management issues. She needed to take a step.
No,
Do not talk about my queen that way.
I love her.
It's
Do
not anger
speak ill
management.
on her name.
It's not anger management. It's time management.
Exactly.
It's time management.
You're right.
It's that classic thing where there was an article about how creative people are usually late because they think that they have more time than they actually do, which is why we're always running late. Because so I think that's what Rhea has. She's like, oh yeah, no, I can do it, and like in reality, you can't, because Nikki's a Tasmanian devil, and she was not letting you get anywhere near her. But time management. You know what I liked?
I love her.
I liked about Raw. I feel like I only wrote. I feel like I wrote everything that happened, but the matches were longer.
Yes, they were.
Which filled out for more time and less time for unnecessarities. And they actually gave, because like that Drew and Kofi match was like 30 minutes long.
It was 38.
And Asuka and Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte and Asuka were about half an hour also.
Yeah.
There's like 3 commercial breaks in between that. So I was like, damn. And also, thank you, because I just want to dedicate my shot to Charlotte and Asuka for like being women wrestlers and showing the world. Like that was like no unnecessarities, legitimate,
it was
fucking almost like pay-per-view match, like quality of what I got. And it was it was just so good. It made me so happy.
It was so good.
Oh, also, I don't know if you guys might have touched on this, but going back to NXT talking about pay-per-view matches, I did just want to give a shout out to the Swerve and Rough match.
Oh yeah,
because that was also a pay-per-view worthy match.
It was.
So I just needed to say that really fast because I watched it all back. I watched
NXT is the best. We got so we had solid wrestling. Charlotte beat Asuka, which was crazy.
Yes.
And she worked really hard. Like it wasn't easy. It wasn't like, I love how she was screaming in the middle of it. She was like talking to herself, hyping herself up. She was like, I've beaten her before. I can beat her again. I did it once. I can do it again.
But that's also like, that shows me how much of a fucking professional you are, because that's like filling time, right? Mm-hmm. But it's also, while you're actively wrestling, it's keeping us involved in your internal monologue and your storyline. So like, that's the shit that I'm like, oh, she's such a queen. She is the queen.
And it was amazing. It was so fucking good and kept me on my toes. And again, I did not see it coming. So that was great. I love that. I was like, Charlotte, I missed you. Shelton Benjamin versus Cedric.
No.
Shelton screaming, honey, it's called placement. It's called placement. What you're not going to do is scream into the mic and wreck your vocal cords and then force me, a singer, to listen to you. It was like nails on a fucking chalkboard. And you talked for like 10 minutes.
You're talking about Cedric, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cedric. Yeah. Talking about Cedric. That was horrific to listen to. I don't know. It was like a cackling mixed with like a fucking high screech. I don't understand. I don't even care about what you were saying because it was awful. It was terrible. And I refused to mimic it. It was so bad.
Calling him old.
Well, yeah. Also, like cheap shot, like telling like, oh,
Yeah, no.
Your best days are behind you, and blah blah blah. Meanwhile, it's like you are. Who was it? Was it Corey that was like, I want to see him get like. Corey's usually the heel, right, commentator, and he was like, I hope he gets punched in the face. Like I hope Shelton Benjamin.
I am always very impartial, but.
Oh yeah, I am also Also, what were they smoking? What were the commentators smoking? We need to.
I muted it for a bit. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know what this what's that guy's name?
What's his name?
It's not Akeem.
The sports commentator.
Yeah.
I don't know what his name
starts
is.
with an A.
Come back to me.
It starts with an A, but I think that he was like, I'm just gonna wing it. And Corey,
all these weeks of being timid, he's like, obviously that hasn't worked. So now let me just say everything that comes to mind. I'm just gonna say
anything, and then Corey and Byron are literally trying to just cover up and like, or like Adnan, go with him on it. Like
Adnan Virk.
Adnan, that's who it is.
Adnan.
And so I was like, what the fuck are y'all on? I don't remember who said something about moist, but he was like, that makes, it wouldn't be the first time that's happened to me. And Corey was like, that's a little too much information and we don't need to discuss this.
I feel like I know how he feels though, because like after 5 shows of something not working, you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do the opposite of this. So instead of like really thinking about what he's going to say before he says it and like making sure that it fits all the storylines and everything, sometimes you just got to wing it. Sometimes you just got to talk about being moist.
Yep.
The headliner.
Did you miss me?
I don't know what we did without you. Oh man. Anyways,
That's our new T-shirt going into going into our merch shop tomorrow.
Sometimes you just gotta wing it. Sometimes you just gotta be moist.
Talk about being moist.
Talk about being moist. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I'm here for this feud, I guess. I'm very, Cedric is selling the shit out of being a heel, and I am ready for Shelton Benjamin to get his comeuppance and teach that motherfucker a lesson, because that's ridiculous.
The whole fact that
Slap that boy.
He's getting turned into a face because the other heel is just more heel than he is. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, well.
He also has more reason to be like he can be heel easier. You know, it's like the whole like, you know, you think you're hot shit and all of a sudden, you know, big ego, like, you know, situation.
Yeah.
And then like diva, like, you know, we love it.
Yeah.
Riddle versus Woods. Okay.
Oh, sweet baby.
Amazing match. Yay, 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 yay. Riddle did an RKO. Holy fucking shitballs. My jaw was on the floor, and I was behind. I didn't realize I was behind when I texted you guys because I had to go pick up my tacos, so I had to pause Raw. And so when I was like, my jaw is on the floor, it was because Riddle,
hit an RKO. Yeah.
Sorry, it's because he did the RKO. And
I think something really boring was happening in that point.
It was something really boring.
And
I was like, wait, is record scratch? Like, wait,
you're like, no, it was because of Riddle. I lost my shit because that means so much. First of all, it was so unexpected and it was beautiful. But second, the fact that Randy Orton trusted his iconic finisher to Matt Riddle is a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
That is a huge fucking deal for Matt Riddle. That is a huge deal for fans of Matt Riddle. That is like just showing.
RK bro.
Yeah. It's you know what it is? It's basically, you remember when, of course you remember, how can we forget the dreadful feud that was Drew McIntyre versus Randy, when Drew was talking about like how Randy like never tries to like lift other people up. Like he's doing that with Matt Riddle. He's like taking him under his wing, and like to be under the wing of somebody as legendary, like Hall of Fame future status like Randy Orton is, like it's crazy. It's crazy.
And also, to me, like it solidifies the fact that it's not that Randy Orton did not want to lift anyone up. It's that nobody was worthy for Randy Orton to lift up.
Exactly. Agreed. And it's just genius the way it's getting
Matt Riddle.
Together. But he hasn't even been.
How beautiful is it that the Face Beat Heels High podcast has gotten to watch, like, you guys got to have a little bit of, like, grab bag of Matt Riddle in NXT, and then, like, you got to watch his come up. Like, that's what wrestling is all about.
Yeah.
That right there is what wrestling is all about. And we're pushing this terrible Alexa Bliss, Randy Orton storyline further and further into the backs of our minds. Forget about it. Maybe that was it. Maybe it's like, I don't really care for you, but I guess you could do an RKO just so people forget about having this weird pyro situation. Pyro moment.
So good. I'm so happy for him. Good. Can't wait. Like he hasn't even been on the main roster for a year.
I know.
Like it's crazy to think about.
So wait, so hold on. So is Riddle a heel now, or is
I think he's
turning
teetering. He's teetering. He's teetering into heel territory.
Mm.
But this was more, it's like he's not yet, because he's still just defending his friend, because he's just sick and tired of being in the middle. And Xavier did Riddle in the middle. He did distract Randy that, last week. So Riddle's like, God damn it, why can't you just fight fair?
I do also want to alert you guys to a storyline that happened, because I do feel like it has to do with, the main reason why we had this podcast today, which was the return of Bobby Fish.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle were on a tag team, and they would sing, how much fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish? And then they would lead sing-alongs with people. And that's just worth saying, because Matt Riddle and Bobby Fish.
Oh, that is perfect.
I gotta look that up. All right, moving on.
Is that why you keep saying that about Bobby Fish?
Yeah. No, I just love me some Bobby Fish, but also, yes, how much fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish?
This is not the first time you've said this.
He would get so mad at it too. Like Bobby Fish was so upset. Like, I'll find it. I'll play it for you right now.
Moving on, we got Humberto is alive. Good for you.
Sweet baby.
Good for you. But I feel like once again, now he's just going right back into the old shit because they're not really using him. Plus, also like, I'm way more invested in Ricochet versus Sheamus than I am in Humberto versus Sheamus. So, I feel like Ricochet was just like a placeholder, I guess, until or like just to sit there until Humberto came back from being injured or whatever.
Latin,
but now, like,
potato.
But like now, that's the storyline I want. I don't care about Humberto. You're cute and all, but I don't give a fuck. I need to see more Ricochet wrestling. Is that
more
Ricochet? Yes, always more Ricochet.
Yes.
It's so sad. Like I'm upset about it because I just always need more Ricochet. He's
always
like
good.
one of the most fucking talented guys in that locker room, and yet you continue
doesn't get used enough.
You continue to just give him throwaway opportunities. Like that one match with Drew McIntyre, they were like, Ricochet? Or he was like the third ask, you know, like he was like, we asked someone else, and finally like, yeah, I guess we'll give Ricochet a shot.
This guy.
Right.
And then just bury it. It's like,
Yep.
His sense of humor coming out with Sheamus's freaking coat. I was just like, sir.
Too good. But I just love watching him wrestle. Just everything. Just when he's in the ring, I get so excited because it's like, what is he going to do? All right. And then we got the main event, which I didn't realize was main event. I will say this is the first time in a long time that I've watched Raw and I wasn't dreading the 3 hours because I did not realize this was the end.
Right.
I was like, oh, okay, cool. Women's tag team. And then Raw ended. I was like, oh, you kept my attention the whole time. I didn't even. Wow. Look at me over here not hating Raw. Okay. Right. The women's tag team rematch, I guess. Nia and Shayna versus our champs, Natalya and Tamina. Shayna is about to enter a feud with Reginald. She said, bitch, if you come outside, I'm going to rearrange your motherfucking face. And he don't listen. This motherfucker don't listen. He don't listen.
I want him to be on a tag team with Ricochet so bad.
That would be so good.
I need him to just be a real wrestler now. Would be great.
Yes. He is an actual wrestler, so I'm just mad that they keep him in this bullshit.
I hope he's training in the meantime that he's doing this shit. I hope he's training.
He is. He has like a YouTube thing going on with Omos and AJ Francis.
Yeah.
Who's now in the posse with Swerve and NXT. He wrestles. He has been. And they just put him out there like a freaking clown. Also, clowning is great, but
this was basically the Shayna show because Nia was just meant like not really being a part of anything. And Please Do Better by Tamina and Natalya because I need this to not be like a sideline story. This was the main event, and it was literally all about Reginald and Shayna. So I guess we're getting a match next week, Shayna versus Reginald. Can't wait. If she loses, I will drive up to Connecticut myself. I'm vaccinated now, so like goodbye, dear Vince. Don't fucking do it to me. I swear to God, I will lose.
Try me.
But he got the fire up. So who is Alexa Bliss fighting? No, it was definitely Alexa.
It's what I figured, but she didn't even show up. So I was like, oh, so you're just gonna use the pyro for the second?
No, you heard the laugh. Didn't we hear Lily's laugh or whatever? Or so who is she
was I muted?
Going up against? Who is it that she wants? Because if she's attacking Reginald, or is she attacking Nia or Shayna? Because Nia wasn't even in the picture, so it has to be.
But it's maybe Shayna.
Yeah,
but it shouldn't be. Wasn't Rhea the one that screwed her over at Royal Rumble? Like, shouldn't it be Rhea?
No, because like that was because Royal Rumble is like, you know.
I feel like Lily has shown her face. Oh wait, no. Remember that she had Natty and Tamina back on the
and Natty and Tamina was being rude, but like, why would she go after a tag team? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't.
You see what I mean?
I don't get the angle. I don't know.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense because it does.
It's not that hard. You can actually make it make super sense because you're not actually tied within the bonds of reality since she's a fictional. There's like spiritual fictional shit going on. So you can do whatever you want, but it's still confusing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Still confusing.
It's confusing.
I have a clip of how much fish did Bobby Fish fry play before puzzle time.
Bigger fish to fry than you two jerks.
That's Bobby Fish.
Bobby Fish just said fish. Pete, that's hilarious. How much fish Could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish?
And Pete Dennis just staring at him.
I love Matt Riddle. bro.
Don't worry about how many fish Bobby Fish could fry.
He said it. It's a thing now. It's a thing now. How much fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish? How much fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish?
Meanwhile, he's wearing a button-down and jeans and a hat and headphones, and is still barefoot.
He's just Jason Mraz.
Please stand.
So that's how much fish could Bobby Fish fry. Bobby Fish could fry fish. 10 out of 10. Recommend you look it up because Undisputed Era is also holding Bobby Fish back, and he never makes an entrance after this without the NXT crowd doing that. And they did a little sing along with like a little fish. You know, like the little, like, how much fish could Bobby Fish fry? Bobby Fish could fry fish. And they had T-shirts at one point. So that's your little wrestling
Somebody please
history.
find me a T-shirt. I want one.
I'm gonna get you that T-shirt for your birthday, Claudia.
Yes, please
We gotta
do.
find it.
It is puzzle time. I did not play the puzzle time song because we listened to Bobby Fish frying fish. Anyways, because Bobby Fish has returned. The king has returned. I think I owe someone money. If I owe you money, you're watching this YouTube video. I don't remember what your YouTube name is, but you did win the mouthpiece puzzle. So I do owe you $5. Please let me know if I owe you money. Hit me up on Instagram. Usually that's the best way to get in contact with me, PJ. I think it was someone new. So congratulations to you, someone new, for winning the mouthpiece puzzle.
Yay.
This is the puzzle for this week. It's puzzle time. Puzzle time with PJ. If you solve this puzzle, you will win $5. My drawing skills are getting worse and worse, but I am.
Is that COVID? Is that the coronavirus?
That's what it looks like.
If you can get this puzzle, I'll actually give you $10 because my drawing is so bad. So if you can get this puzzle, you will win $10. First person to solve the puzzle. We have gotten to the point where I need to compare times because multiple right answers have come in. So if you're the first person to solve that puzzle this week, you will win $10 since we missed last week's puzzle. So that's it.
What in the wrestling world?
Yes.
Let's talk about the ref from NXT getting released. Yay! Fired. We also need to have a moment of silence for Larry Steve. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It broke this morning. Alexa's beloved pet pig, Larry Steve. She said he was put down after multiple veterinarians wouldn't treat him because of how big he was. So we need to have a moment of silence for Larry Steve. Poor Alexa.
Bliss had raised Larry Steve since birth back in 2017 and loved him like a member of the family at her home in Orlando. He evolved into a social media star who racked up nearly 90,000 followers on Instagram.
No, Larry Steve.
Larry Steve.
Oh, poor Larry Steve. That makes me sad. I love Larry Steve.
We love you, Alexa. Take all the time you need, girl.
Me too.
Losing a pet is so hard. Losing a pet is one of the hardest things that you can ever experience. So you take the time, the breath, the space that you need.
Yes.
That's why Lily was there yesterday, but Alexa wasn't.
I think it was this morning. Oh, no, Monday. Tragedy struck on Monday.
No.
So maybe it was. Maybe that was why she wasn't there.
Oh, man.
Bliss says she ended up reaching out to 13 different animal doctors, but couldn't find anyone close to care for Larry.
Why didn't y'all care?
That just breaks my heart.
You gotta care for Larry Steve. You gotta care for Larry Steve.
Mm-hmm. That makes me really sad. That makes me sad. Do you want to talk about it?
Nah. Bye.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. Dun, 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 dun. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead.
He's on the wicked witch. Big fat witch. Big fat witch. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead.
If you know, you know. We're not going to give any space to
if you don't
people's
know,
abusers. But
bottles in the ice.
Yeah.
Getting slizzard.
Like I texted the group chat, I wish you nothing but horrors in your future endeavors. You deserve nothing good in the world. Fuck
Oh,
off.
also, speaking of which, Velveteen Dream has officially been released.
That's literally
That's what we're talking about.
Oh,
And
I
we're
thought
not
that we were
talking about it.
That's what we're talking about. I did not want to say his name. That's literally what we're talking about.
I thought that we were talking about a ref. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
No.
And that's our podcast.
And I guess that's the episode. I don't have anything else except for yay live events. I'm very excited for any wrestling event to come to New York.
Yes.
I'm
there's one in New Jersey in July. We can figure it out.
Wait, they posted the dates?
No. There is a drag queen and wrestling
I'm talking about Raw or SmackDown or NXT.
Okay, no, you need to do that.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm waiting for those to be announced.
Speaking of drag queens, though, not that we're going to have a drag queen, but drag pride, LGBTQIA+.
Yes.
We are going to be having our Thursday with those wrestling girls the second Thursday of the month. And we are going to have a Pride Day. We are going to make the world more queer. Queer wrestling matters. Queer people matter. Hope you're taking care of the queer people in your life. There's some really fucked up shit happening in the government right now. So please make sure you are checking in on them, taking care of them. And yeah, going into June. Going into June. Also, today is our 60th episode.
Wow. What?
60.
Wow.
Well, I couldn't tell if that was counting the one that like the ones that we posted that weren't real. But anyways, 60 is our number. 60 is I declare it is our 60th.
Oh,
that's right, Minnie. You tell them.
That's right, Minnie.
Excited.
You tell
All right. Well, with that, I guess tune in next week for number 61. Until then, keep your face beat and your heels high. Bye.